I trusted her with my deepest secrets. I even made her my maid of honor. But on the day I was supposed to marry the love of my life, she ruined everything. This is a story of how my best friend became my worst enemy, and how I turned my pain into power. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Grab your popcorn. You don't want to miss this. The first time Emma met Olivia, they were both 7 years old. Emma had just moved into the neighborhood with her parents. Shy and quiet, she stood at the edge of the playground, holding a pink lunchbox and watching the other kids play. "Hi, I'm Olivia," said a cheerful voice behind her. Emma turned to see a girl with bright blue eyes, long golden hair in 2 ponytails, and a wide smile. Olivia looked like she came straight out of a magazine. "I'm Emma," she replied softly. "Do you want to play on the swings with me?" Olivia asked. Emma nodded, and just like that, a friendship was born. From that day, they were always together. School birthdays, sleepovers, Emma and Olivia were inseparable. Emma was a calm, thoughtful one. She loved books, baking cookies with her mom, and listening to music. Olivia, on the other hand, was loud, confident, and full of energy. She loved the spotlight and knew how to get it. But even though they were so different, they balanced each other. "I like that you're not loud like the others," Olivia once told Emma during a sleepover. "And I like that you're not scared to speak your mind," Emma replied. Years passed, and their bond only grew stronger. They went to the same high school and promised to go to the same college. When Olivia got into fashion school and Emma into business school, they found a way to still live together in a tiny shared apartment. They laughed, cried, and fought sometimes, but always made up. Emma believed that Olivia would always be her best friend. What Emma didn't know was that Olivia had always secretly envied her. While Emma came from a simple but loving home, Olivia had grown up watching her parents fight, cheat, and eventually divorce. She admired how Emma's parents supported each other and treated Emma with kindness and warmth. Olivia also noticed how people loved Emma, even though she didn't try hard. Emma was kind, patient, and gentle. People naturally trusted her. That quiet power made Olivia feel small. Still, Olivia stayed close. To the world, they were the perfect best friends. But Olivia kept a secret list in her heart of everything Emma had that she wanted, and Emma never had a clue. It was a rainy Tuesday afternoon when Emma met Daniel. She had just come out of a meeting and was waiting under the office porch, holding her umbrella. As she scrolled through her phone, a tall man with dark curly hair and warm brown eyes stepped beside her. "Forgot my umbrella," he said with a sheepish smile. Emma looked up. "Oh, that's unlucky. Looks like I'm stuck here until the rain stops," he said, laughing. "Or unless someone is kind enough to share an umbrella." Emma smiled. "I don't usually share umbrellas with strangers." He raised his hands playfully. "Fair enough. My name's Daniel. I work upstairs, 3rd floor graphic design. Emma, marketing team. Now we're not strangers anymore." She laughed, then held out her umbrella a little. "Come on, I'll walk you to the bus stop." That short walk turned into coffee, then lunch, then dinner. Daniel was kind, respectful, and funny in a calm, confident way. He listened when Emma spoke. He remembered the little things, like how she hated onions and loved sunflowers. 3 months into dating, Emma invited him to meet Olivia. "I'm nervous," Daniel said as they waited outside Olivia's favorite restaurant. Emma squeezed his hand. "Don't be. Olivia is the easiest person to get along with." Olivia walked in, beautiful as always, wearing a tight red dress and heels that clicked confidently on the floor. "You must be Daniel," she said with a smile, pulling him into a friendly hug. "That's me," he chuckled. "Emma told me so much about you," Olivia said, sliding into the seat across from them. Daniel smiled. "All good things, I hope." Olivia laughed, tossing her hair. "Of course. Emma is my favorite person. If you hurt her, I'll bury you." They all laughed, but something about Olivia's eyes felt serious. Over dinner, Olivia was full of charm. She asked Daniel about his job, his hobbies, and made jokes that made him laugh. Emma was happy they got along, but she didn't notice how Olivia's eyes lingered on him a little too long. That night, Olivia texted Emma. Olivia, he's really cute. You got a good one. Emma, I know, right? He's perfect. Olivia, don't let him go. Men like that are rare. Emma smiled at the message and went to sleep, dreaming of a future with Daniel. Over the next year, their relationship grew stronger. Daniel was always supportive, always patient. On Emma's birthday, he surprised her with a dinner at her favorite rooftop restaurant. As the stars twinkled above, he pulled out a small velvet box. Emma, he said, getting down on one knee, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I want to spend the rest of my life making you happy. Will you marry me? Emma gasped. Yes, yes, Daniel. They laughed, cried, and kissed as the restaurant guests clapped. That night, Emma called Olivia. You're engaged. Olivia shouted over the phone. Yes, he proposed tonight. My God, I'm coming over right now. An hour later, Olivia was at her door with a bottle of champagne. I can't believe it. This is crazy. Let me see the ring again, Olivia said, grabbing Emma's hand. Emma showed her the simple but elegant diamond ring. It's beautiful, Olivia said with a forced smile. I'm so happy, Emma whispered. I feel like I'm living in a dream. Olivia hugged her tight. You deserve it all. But as she hugged her, Olivia's face changed. Her eyes grew cold for a second. Why does she always get everything? Olivia quickly masked her face again and pulled back. Okay, she said with a laugh. We have a wedding to plan. From that moment on, Olivia was involved in everything. Wedding dress shopping, cake tasting, venue tours. Emma loved having her best friend by her side. Olivia made her laugh through stressful planning, kept her organized, and even convinced Emma to hire a professional photographer instead of asking a cousin. You're going to thank me later, Olivia said. You only get married once. It has to be perfect. But slowly, little things started to go wrong. First, the dress fitting. Olivia picked up the wrong dress and brought it to the wrong tailor. Then the flower order. Somehow, the florist received the wrong delivery date and almost missed the event. Each time, Olivia apologized. I'm so sorry, Em. I don't know how I messed that up. It's okay, Emma said, smiling. You're doing so much already. One evening, while Emma was on a phone call with her mother, she overheard Olivia talking to Daniel in the kitchen. You sure you're ready? Olivia's voice was low. What do you mean? Daniel replied. I just mean marriage is a big deal. You haven't dated that many people. Are you sure Emma is the one? Emma paused, her heart thudding. I don't doubt that, Daniel said. Emma's everything I've ever wanted. Emma felt her heart warm again. But Olivia's voice came again. Okay, I'm just looking out for you. I care about you both, that's all. Emma told herself Olivia was just being protective. She shook off the uneasy feeling. Later that night, Olivia hugged her goodbye. Don't let wedding stress get to you, okay? Emma nodded. Thanks for always being here. Always, Olivia smiled. But as she walked away, Emma couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. The engagement party was supposed to be magical. Emma and Daniel had decided to keep it small, just family and close friends. They chose a cozy garden restaurant filled with fairy lights, soft music, and fresh flowers. Emma wore a simple, elegant cream-colored dress. Her hair was curled, and a soft glow lit up her face. You look amazing, Daniel whispered as he held her hand. You don't look too bad yourself, she teased. As guests began to arrive, laughter and music filled the air. People hugged, toasted, and took photos of the smiling couple. Everything felt perfect until Olivia walked in. She wore a tight black satin gown with a thigh-high slit and bright red lipstick. Heads turned as she walked in like she owned the night. Emma's smile faltered for a moment. She looks like she's going to a fashion show. Emma murmured to Daniel. She always dresses like that, he replied, kissing her cheek. You're still the star tonight. Olivia walked over, holding a small gift bag. You guys look adorable, she said, hugging Emma. Thanks, Liv, Emma replied. You look bold. Olivia grinned. It's your engagement party. I had to go all out. But Emma noticed something. Whenever someone asked to take a picture of her and Daniel, Olivia somehow found her way into the frame. She would wrap her arms around both of them and pose like she was part of the couple. Let's take one, just us, Emma whispered to Daniel later, laughing. Daniel nodded and handed his phone to a friend. As they smiled for the camera, Olivia popped in again. "Say cheese," she said loudly. Emma chuckled, but her smile didn't reach her eyes. Later that night, while Daniel was chatting with his friends, Olivia pulled Emma aside. "Babe," Olivia whispered, "do you notice that Daniel's best man, Josh, keeps staring at me?" Emma glanced over. "Maybe. Why?" "I think he's hot." Emma laughed. "Josh? He's such a flirt, though." Olivia smirked. "So? I'm not trying to marry him." Emma raised an eyebrow. "Be careful." "Don't worry," Olivia said. "I can handle myself." As the night wore on, the music got louder and the drinks flowed. Olivia danced in the middle of the floor, flipping her hair, laughing loudly, and pulling Daniel into a dance. Emma watched from the side, sipping her drink. A strange feeling bubbled in her stomach, something between confusion and discomfort. "You okay?" asked her cousin Rachel. Emma nodded slowly. "Yeah, just a bit tired." But deep down, she was starting to notice something she had ignored for years. Olivia liked being the center of attention, even if it wasn't her moment. 2 weeks after the party, Emma met Olivia at a cafe for lunch. "Hey, beautiful bride-to-be," Olivia said, sliding into the seat across from her. Emma smiled. "Hey, thanks for helping me with the wedding invites yesterday." "No problem. We're best friends for." They ordered food and chatted, but Emma couldn't ignore Olivia's constant texting. "Everything okay?" Emma asked. "Yeah, just work drama," Olivia said quickly, put her phone down. But she wasn't being honest. Truth was, Olivia had been texting Daniel often. It started with little things. "Emma told me you're good with designs. Can you help me pick fonts for the wedding menus?" But soon turned into longer conversations. Late at night, she would message him. "Olivia, can't sleep. You? Daniel, still working on this logo. Olivia, you're such a perfectionist. Emma's lucky. Daniel, thanks. She's amazing. Olivia, she really is. But sometimes I wonder if she sees how lucky she is." And Daniel, too polite to shut it down, would just respond with polite emojis or short replies. Back at the cafe, Olivia leaned in. "Can I be honest with you?" "Always," Emma replied. "I think Daniel's been acting distant lately." Emma blinked. "Really? He hasn't said anything to me." "Maybe I'm overthinking," Olivia said, sipping her iced coffee. "But I just feel like he has doubts." Emma's heart skipped. "What kind of doubts?" "I don't know. Maybe it's just wedding nerves. Guys get weird sometimes. You know how emotional you get. Maybe he's struggling to handle all the pressure." Emma frowned. "You think I'm too emotional?" No, Olivia said quickly. "I didn't mean it like that. I want you to be happy. That's all." Emma nodded slowly, but her mood had shifted. Doubts began to creep in. That night, she asked Daniel, "Are you okay with everything? You seem a little stressed." Daniel looked surprised. "I'm fine. Work's been crazy, that's all." "You're not having second thoughts, are you?" she asked softly. He walked over and took her hands. "Never. I love you." Emma smiled, relieved. "Okay, Olivia just said you seemed distant, so I got worried." Daniel pulled back. "Olivia said that?" Emma nodded. Daniel sighed. "She's always so involved." Emma didn't respond. In truth, she had been feeling it too. Olivia was everywhere, calling vendors, offering to pick out colors, suggesting changes to the song list, even asking to prove the bridesmaids' dresses. One evening, Emma caught Olivia sitting close to Daniel on the couch, showing him a new playlist. As soon as Emma walked in, Olivia jumped up. "Oh, we were just picking music for the reception. Hope that's okay." Emma nodded. "Sure." Later that night, Emma sat alone in bed, staring at the ceiling. She didn't want to admit it, but something wasn't right. She remembered all the times Olivia had made a joke that felt too sharp. All the times she'd made herself the center of attention. All the times she'd touched Daniel's arm just a little too long. Was she imagining things? Was it just stress? Emma didn't know, but she started keeping her distance. She asked her cousin Rachel to help more with the planning. She stopped sharing every little detail with Olivia. She even told Daniel, gently, to set some boundaries. I just think she's a little too close sometimes, she admitted. Daniel nodded. I agree. I'll be careful. But Olivia noticed a change. When Emma stopped texting her updates, Olivia felt it. When she was removed from the wedding group chat, she felt it more. And when she heard that Emma had given Rachel the maid of honor role instead of her, she was furious. Olivia's thoughts. After everything I've done for her, all these years, now I'm being pushed aside? No, I won't let her win. Not this time. She picked up her phone and texted Daniel. Olivia, hey, can we talk? Just you and me? Daniel hesitated before replying. Daniel, talk about what? Olivia, something important. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious. Daniel sighed. He didn't know he was walking into a trap. Emma was only 6 weeks away from the wedding, and her to-do list kept growing. I swear, I have dreams where I'm being chased by flower arrangements, she joked one day to Rachel. Rachel laughed. You need to rest more. You've lost weight. I know. I'm just trying to make everything perfect. But while Emma worked herself to exhaustion, Olivia had different plans. Ever since Daniel agreed to meet her alone, things had changed. They met in a small coffee shop on a quiet Thursday afternoon. Daniel sat across from her, arms folded. So what's this about? Olivia took a breath, pretending to be nervous. I wasn't going to say anything, she began. But I think Emma is hiding something from you. Daniel frowned. What do you mean? I think she's not ready. For marriage. I think she's been talking to someone from her past. Daniel's eyebrows drew together. Are you serious? I saw her texting someone at night. I asked her once, and she got really defensive. I thought maybe it was just a friend. But then I heard her talking to someone on the phone. She sounded different, like how she used to sound with her ex. Daniel looked confused. Why would she do that? I don't know, Olivia whispered, but I thought you should know. You deserve the truth. Daniel looked away, jaw clenched. Olivia leaned in. Don't confront her yet. Just watch. Look for the signs. He didn't respond. That one conversation was all Olivia needed to plant the seed of doubt. Back in wedding prep, things began to fall apart, quietly one after the other. The wrong flowers. Emma had spent hours picking her dream flower arrangement. White lilies, pale pink roses, and eucalyptus. She confirmed it 3 times with a florist. But when the maca bouquet arrived, it was filled with red and orange tropical flowers. What is this? Emma asked the delivery man. These are the flowers for the Kingsley Moore wedding. That's not what I ordered. The florist later claimed Olivia had called in to make changes. I thought you said to update the colors, Olivia said innocently when Emma called her. I never said that. Emma snapped, frustrated. I'm so sorry. I must have misunderstood. I was just trying to help. Emma sighed, rubbing her temples. Please don't make any more changes. I've got it from here. The bridesmaids' dress disaster. The dresses were supposed to be soft lavender, but when they arrived, they were bright purple. The boutique said the order had been updated 3 days before shipping. Emma's hands trembled as she checked her email. Nothing from her. Rachel was furious. She's doing this on purpose. No, Emma said weakly. She wouldn't. Emma, wake up. She's not your friend. She's your problem. Emma didn't want to believe it. Not yet. But even Daniel had started pulling away. He came home late, avoided talking about the wedding, and seemed cold during their calls. When she asked, Is everything okay? He would shrug. Just tired. Emma started to cry more often at night. She had dreamed of the season of her life being joyful, full of love, support, and laughter. Instead, she felt like she was slowly drowning, and Olivia was watching her sink. The morning of her wedding, Emma sat in front of the mirror, her hair in soft waves, her makeup flawless. But inside, she felt like something was wrong. Her heart pounded. Her hands were cold. The makeup artist noticed. Nervous? The woman asked gently. Emma smiled faintly. A little. Rachel walked in. wearing her lavender dress. "You look beautiful," she said. Emma stood. "Thanks. I don't know. I feel strange. Cold feet. No, not about Daniel. About everything else. Olivia's acting weird. And Daniel's been distant. It's like I'm not really here. Like I'm watching someone else's life." Rachel held her hands. "Then call it off. If it doesn't feel right." "No," Emma said quickly. "I love him. I want this." But deep down, her gut was screaming. At the church, guests filled the seats. The music began to play. Emma waited in the side room with Rachel and her father. She peeked through the curtain. "Where's Daniel?" she whispered. Rachel checked her phone. "He was supposed to be here 20 minutes ago." The wedding coordinator walked in, pale. "Emma, we can't reach the groom." Emma's heart stopped. "What?" "He's not answering calls. His groomsman said he left the hotel early, but never arrived." Emma dropped onto the chair. Her head started spinning. "Call him," she begged Rachel. They tried again. And again. No answer. Emma's father knelt beside her. Maybe there's a delay, traffic, a flat tire. But the coordinator's phone buzzed. She checked it and looked up, her face frozen. He just sent a message. Emma took the phone and read, "I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm not ready. Please don't try to contact me." The world around her blurred. "No," she whispered. "This can't be real. This isn't happening." She felt her chest tighten, her throat close. Her dress suddenly felt too tight, too heavy. Guests started whispering. Some left. Others looked at their phones, confused. Emma sat there, numb, staring at the wall. Rachel stood frozen until her face hardened. She turned to the door and saw Olivia walk in, holding a tissue to her cheek. "What happened?" Olivia asked, pretending to be shocked. Rachel stepped forward. "Where were you?" I was outside making a call." Olivia stammered. "Is it true?" "Daniel left." Emma turned toward her. Her voice cracked. "Did you know?" Olivia blinked. "Of course not. Why would I?" Rachel narrowed her eyes. "You're lying. I came to support her. Why would I do this?" Emma stood slowly, her dress swaying around her. She looked at Olivia and saw it, the flicker of satisfaction in her eyes. The truth hit her like ice water. "You did this," she whispered. "You were supposed to be my best friend." Tears spilled down her cheeks. Olivia stepped back. I didn't. Emma turned away. She took off her veil, dropped it to the floor, and walked out of the church barefoot. As she stepped into the sunlight, flashes from cameras hit her. Guests murmured. Paparazzi who had caught wind of the wedding took photos of the runaway bride. But she didn't care. Her heart was broken. Her trust shattered. Her dream wedding was over. And the woman she once called a sister had ruined everything. For 2 weeks after the wedding, Emma didn't leave her apartment. The once bright room was now dark. Curtains stayed drawn. Her phone was off. Food spoiled in the fridge. The only sound in the apartment was the faint hum of the fan and her occasional sobs. She lay in bed, still in her crumpled pajamas, holding the letter Daniel had sent. "I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm not ready." Each time she read it, it felt like being punched in the chest all over again. She kept replaying the wedding day in her head. Her makeup, her smile, the missing groom, and then Olivia's face. The betrayal cut deeper than she imagined. The love of her life had abandoned her. And her best friend, the one who was supposed to stand beside her, had lied, manipulated, and ruined it all. One morning, Rachel barged in with a spare key. "Emma, this has to stop. You haven't answered anyone. You look like a ghost." Emma sat up weakly. I can't believe it happened." Rachel sat beside her. "You didn't deserve this, but you can't let them win." Emma looked at her. Rachel hesitated. "Emma, you need to know something." She pulled out her phone and opened a private Instagram story Olivia had posted, one that she had shared with only a few people. It was a photo of her and Daniel, laughing together in a hotel room. Olivia was wearing his hoodie. The caption read, Sometimes fate gives you what you truly deserve. Emma's heart stopped. She took the phone and stared at the photo, her hand shaking. She was with him. The whole time. Rachel nodded. She lied to you. She turned him against you. Emma dropped the phone. All her pain boiled into something else. Something sharp. I cried for someone who never loved me, she whispered. Rachel leaned in. Then cry one last time. And after that, burn everything down. Emma looked up. Her eyes were no longer full of sadness. They were full of fire. That night, Emma took a shower for the first time in days. She scrubbed off the makeup stains, the tears, the past. She put on clean clothes. She lit a candle and sat down with a notebook. She made a list. Find out how Olivia did it. Find out what Daniel knew. Get everything back. Make them regret it. She wasn't going to beg. She wasn't going to fight for love. She was going to make them wish they had never met her. Emma started with research. She quietly hired a private investigator, an old friend of Rachel's named Mason, who worked discreetly and quickly. In just a week, he brought back everything. Emails, call logs, texts. Mason laid it out in front of her like a crime board. She started planting seeds about you 6 months before the wedding, Mason explained. She told Daniel you were emotionally unstable, that you were hiding messages from an ex. She even sent him fake screenshots. Emma's jaw dropped. She faked texts? Mason nodded. Photoshopped. Sloppy work, but it fooled Daniel. And he believed her? He did, especially after she hinted that you were only marrying him for security. Emma laughed bitterly. I loved him more than I loved myself. There's more, Mason added. 2 weeks before the wedding, she convinced him to stay at her apartment. She told him you were secretly planning to cancel the wedding and leave him, that it would be easier if he walked away first. Emma felt like she couldn't breathe. And then, after the wedding, they went on vacation. Bali. Together. That's where the photo was taken. Emma clenched her fists. But here's the good news, Mason said, smiling. She's not as smart as she thinks she is. He handed Emma a folder. Inside were emails showing Olivia bragging to a friend about what she'd done, gloating about how easy it was to steal Daniel and ruin the wedding. She even said you were too soft to ever fight back. Emma smiled coldly. She was about to find out how wrong she is. Operation Exposure. Emma had always been kind, gentle, quiet, but now she was sharp, focused, and unstoppable. She started by rebuilding herself. New hair, new job, new confidence. She took control of her life again. Then she began to plan. She reached out to Maya, a popular lifestyle influencer who covered social drama stories with millions of followers. I have a story, Emma told her, about betrayal, lies, and stolen love. Maya listened. Her eyes widened. This is gold, she whispered. But it has to be done right. Together, they created a mini documentary for Maya's YouTube channel, The Wedding That Never Was. Emma remained anonymous, using a voiceover artist and blurred images, but the details were unmistakable. The video told the story of a woman betrayed by her best friend, who secretly plotted to steal her fiancé and ruin her wedding. Clips showed texts, emails, even a voice recording Olivia had sent her friend. Emma is so clueless. She really thought she was getting married. Please. The video went viral. In 3 days, it had over 4 million views. The comments exploded with outrage. That friend is pure evil. Imagine stealing your best friend's man and ruining her big day. Expose her name. She deserves it. But Emma waited. She had something bigger planned. The gala, a month later. Olivia was scheduled to co-host a women's empowerment gala in the city. It was her biggest public event yet. The press was covering it. Influencers, CEOs, and celebrities were attending. She walked in wearing a glittering gold dress, flashing smiles to photographers. She didn't know Emma was there too, dressed in sleek black, hair pinned up, eyes calm. Rachel was at her side. Are you ready? Rachel whispered. Emma nodded. Let's begin. During Olivia's speech on women supporting women, the screens behind her flickered. Suddenly, the screen changed to a familiar image. Olivia and Daniel laughing in a hotel room. Then the video played. The same anonymous video that went viral. But this time, Olivia's name and face were exposed. The room went silent. Everyone turned toward her. Emma walked slowly to the stage. Gasps filled the room. Olivia's face turned pale. Emma stood at the microphone. "I'm Emma Moore," she said clearly, "the woman whose wedding was ruined by this woman behind me. I was betrayed by the person I trusted most. But I'm not here to cry. I'm here to say I survived, I healed, and I will never be ashamed of loving deeply." The crowd erupted in applause. Olivia stood frozen, tears filling her eyes, as dozens of guests walked out. Later that night, sponsors dropped her. The event organizers banned her. Her followers turned on her. Her brand deals were canceled. Daniel? He disappeared from social media. No longer the golden boy. Now just a man who let himself be fooled by a lie. And Emma? She walked away with her head high, not as a victim, but as a survivor. The next day, Olivia's face was everywhere. News headlines. Fashion influencer exposed for destroying best friend's wedding. Viral betrayal story unmasked Olivia Turner. Ex-friend turned villain. Bridal sabotage. Internet rages against Olivia. Emma stayed home that day, curled on her couch, watching it all unfold on the news. She sipped tea as talk shows dissected her story. "I don't care how pretty or famous you are," one host said. "Stealing your best friend's fiancé and destroying her wedding? That's low." Her phone buzzed constantly. "Rachel, it's happening. She's finished. Maya, congrats. The truth won. You okay? Strangers, you are so strong. Thank you for sharing your story." But Emma's favorite message came from a woman named Claire. "Claire, your story saved me. I almost married a man my friend had been sleeping with. I canceled everything after watching your video. You helped me escape a nightmare. Thank you." Emma smiled through her tears. She didn't just get revenge. She helped others find their strength. The days that followed were brutal for Olivia. Brand deals dropped her. Her modeling agency released a statement cutting ties. Her Instagram page, once glowing with filters and praise, was filled with, "Shame on you. How you sleep at night. You don't deserve friends." She posted a tearful apology video. Sitting in a plain hoodie with swollen eyes, she sniffled. "I made mistakes. I didn't mean to hurt Emma. I was in a dark place emotionally. I didn't know how to stop. I'm sorry." But no one was buying it. The comments were brutal. "You're sorry you got caught. Karma finally found you. Too little, too late." Even Daniel had gone silent. Rumors spread that he'd tried to reach out to Emma, but Emma had already blocked his number. She didn't need closure from someone who never truly loved her. A few weeks later, Emma received a handwritten letter. It came in a plain envelope, no return address. She opened it slowly. "Emma, I don't expect forgiveness, but I owe you the truth. I was confused. I let fear and doubt take over. Olivia fed those doubts every day, and I believed her lies. I thought I was protecting myself, but I realize now that I destroyed the best thing that ever happened to me. I watched your video. I saw what you become. You're strong, graceful, and honest. I don't deserve even a moment of your time, but I needed to say this. I'm sorry. I hope you find someone who deserves the love you so freely gave me. Daniel." Emma read the letter once, then folded it and placed it in a drawer she never opened again. She had already closed that chapter. She didn't need him to understand her worth. She already knew it. 6 months later, Emma stood in front of a crowd. Not at a wedding, but on a stage. She had been invited to speak at a women's conference themed "Turning Pain into Power." She wore a sleek navy blue suit and a soft smile. When she spoke, the room went silent. 6 months ago, I was left at the altar. My best friend betrayed me. I thought my life was over, but it wasn't. In losing everything, I found myself. I learned that silence doesn't protect you. That kindness doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. And that healing isn't about revenge, it's about freedom. I'm not the same woman who planned that wedding. I'm stronger, smarter, and I'm proud of the scars I carry, because they remind me I survived. The audience gave her a standing ovation. Tears filled her eyes, but this time they weren't from heartbreak. They were from peace, a new beginning. After the conference, Emma stepped outside into the cool evening air. She smiled as she saw Rachel waiting near the car. "Proud of you," Rachel said, hugging her tight. "That was beautiful. Thank you for always standing by me." "You do the same." As they were about to leave, a man approached, tall, kind eyes, gentle smile. "Excuse me," he said. "Are you Emma Moore?" Emma turned. "Yes." "I just want to say your story inspired me. My sister went through something similar. You help her walk away from a toxic relationship. I'm Alex." He offered his hand. She shook it. "Nice to meet you, Alex." They chatted briefly, just enough for something to spark. It wasn't love at first sight, but it was honest. It was soft, and it felt like the kind of beginning that didn't need to be rushed. That night, Emma sat on her balcony, wrapped in a soft blanket, sipping tea under the stars. She thought about her journey, the laughter, the lies, the heartbreak, and the healing. She thought about Olivia, somewhere far away, now forgotten by the world that once praised her. She thought about Daniel, a ghost from a past she had no reason to revisit. And then she thought about herself, the woman she had become, not broken, not bitter, but blooming. Some people are lessons, some are blessings. Olivia was my worst enemy, but losing her, that was the best gift I ever received. Some betrayals break you, but some build a stronger version of you. If you've ever been stabbed in the back by someone you loved, you're not alone. Drop a comment below and share your own story. Someone out there needs to hear it. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that hits this deep. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.